good morning. Ignore the messy head. So what I'm doing right now is hanging Corinne's new jewellery case box thing. Like a glove. Not only is it hanging perfectly level. We're off for a golf lesson. Dylan is on his way over. Corinne's friend Bethany is on her way. So Corinne and Bethany are going to hang out here. Me and Dylan are going to go for a golf lesson. So the outfit that I'm wearing currently. So on top we have this seersucker overshirt from Informale. We have just a white vest. We have a pair of linen shorts from Billy Reid. And then on the bottom, we have a pair of black penny loafers from Mirquist. And we have like a white sock on. Instagram menswear fashion guy right now, today. Not 100% on the socks and loafers. And normally I'm a big fan of the white socks and loafers, but I'm just not 100% sure on this. I might swap them to like invisible socks and then Vans, and then I'll have my golf loafers for the lesson. Before we go for movie night with Dylan and Darla, we did put a question box up on Instagram for questions for both of us. Mm-hmm. So we're going to answer them together. How did we meet?
How did we meet?
Okay, I'll tell a story.
We can tell it together.
So the running gag is that we met at Costco.
Yeah, he got me at Costco.
But
top shelf.
Obviously that's not the case. So I've been following Corinne on Instagram for 7 years or something like that?
Yeah,
like,
7 years before we connected.
Before we actually connected. Yeah. So like a long time. I used to follow a lot of those like folk life and van life
Wander
and
Bay influencers.
Like outdoorsy portrait and outdoor photographers, like so tiny homes, cabins, outdoorsy sort of stuff. And Corinne was featured on a lot of those pages way back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's how I came across her, and I've been following her ever since. And then she had no clue who I was.
No clue who he was. And so I started nursing school 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been 2 years. I started nursing school 2 years ago, and like a few weeks after starting, like obviously new students, we all met each other, we all exchanged social media, and one of the guys in my class like finally followed me on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh my God, do you know Damien Broderick?" And I was like,
"No."
Who is that? Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about?" And so he was like, "Oh, like he kind of explained who you were. Like he does men's fashion. Like he's so cool."
He was fangirling just a little bit.
He was so sweet. But he was like, I love his page. I'm like one of his biggest fans. Like he follows you, and I was like, "Oh, like send me his page. I'll check him out. I'll give him a follow back." So anyways, I followed him back, and then a few months later when I posted on my story,
she's kind of soft launched that she was single.
I did. I posted on my story a little soft launch that I was single again, which I was in a long-term relationship prior to that, so it had been a while since I'd been single, and you immediately slid into my DMs.
What did I say? What was the first words I said?
I think I posted something along the lines, it was like one of those like fill out about you things where it was like age, like, you know, favorite hobbies, and it said status was one of the things, and I think I put working on myself, and you responded like, working on yourself. I love that.
Right.
No?
I said, as you should.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I have the screenshots. I can actually pull them up.
I said, as you should. And that was the very first kind of any sort of initial conversation that we had.
I think after that, though, you said, like, I love that or something. Because I remember you saying, like, I love that.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll find the screenshot.
I could be wrong. I'm not wrong. little bits of conversation back and forth, and then the conversations escalated. We were talking more and more regularly. It moved off of Instagram like onto WhatsApp, and we were like actually texting each other for quite a while.
We started kind of FaceTiming intermittently, where it was like getting to know each other a little bit. And I think that like first or second FaceTime, when we like really sat down and talked with each other, you and I both, I think, had a moment where we were like, oh like,
shit, we actually like each other.
Like, this is really different than just like Instagram, I think you're hot, I'm flirting with you. Like, this is a real connection.
Yeah, and then obviously we had to tread that water quite lightly because I was living in
another continent.
I was living in Ireland at the time, and Corinne was obviously living in America.
Yeah.
So if we were to continue to explore that, one of us would have been happy. One of us would have having to be willing to move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have been wasting.
Or just at least travel to like see each other.
But even then, like if
Endgame, we would have had.
Endgame, somebody has to move. If you wanted to actually make it work long term.
Yeah, we got to a point where we were FaceTiming for like hours every single day, trying to find a way to meet in person. So I remember you were going to Pitiuomo in June, and like the next week I was going to France with my mom. I was going to Nice and Marseille with my mom, and I was like, I'm so close to you. Like, we're so close right now. We're just a little week off. And so we decided to find, like, you were going to come visit me in America anyways. And so we were like, okay, so he's just, like, he's coming to America, so we'll just meet up when you're here. And, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was traveling back and forth to America.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. So every time I was traveling here, we would always coordinate it to see each other. So. And
then, you know, I found a witch, cast a spell, chained him up in my basement.
So this is from Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, we love you.
Kevbot.
Also, everybody go subscribe to Kevin's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He just launched it and it's amazing. Kevin asked, if you were pizza, what pizza would you be?
What pizza would you be?
I would, I don't know. Part of me wants to just say like margarita pizza because like deep down I'm actually a really boring person. But then the other side of me wants to think like, you know, thick crust tandoori chicken. a little bit spicy, but it's not like
corn pizza.
You'd be corn?
Yeah. It's like a cold can of corn dumped just on top of pizza.
That's fucking gross. You guys are so cute together. How did you guys meet and realize that you're both for each other?
So when did you realize
we've already been through the meet part. When did we realize we were for each other? I think we both, as we just touched on in the previous question, we both knew from the FaceTimes that there was something real there that could be explored.
I think like our very first FaceTime when we sat down and like asked each other get to know you questions and like started laughing together and really like realizing how similar we were and how similar our goals were, that was like after that call, I remember sitting down with myself and being like, that was real. Like that was something that like is like could be something. Like you could be the rest of my life. And I was like, that's a little scary. Because I hadn't met him in person yet, but I was like, wow.
I think my birthday last year we spent up in the mountain and we were on a ski lift and we were just having a natural conversation, and then we started to talk about like...
We started to talk about getting married.
Well, how that conversation kind of went was we were talking about what our... both of our ideal wedding would look like.
Yeah, what our dream was.
And I think the reason I'm like kind of okay at this internet thing is because I'm actually really introverted in person. And we had talked about how like I didn't want this big huge wedding with like tons of people. The idea of standing on an altar with like 100 plus people staring at me is like my absolute idea of hell. And then you would mention like,
I love my friends so much that if I was on an altar and like as much as I love you, I would definitely be like, oh my god, are you guys seeing this? Like this is so cool.
So we had a conversation about what my ideal wedding would be, what her ideal wedding was, and then we realized that it was very, very similar.
Yeah.
And I think from then that trip was kind of like,
and that was like only like a week or two after you came here For the first time. Connected for the first time in person.
Yeah, for the first time. And then I think like every other time after that, it was just kind of compounded. Like when I met like a lot of her extended family at Thanksgiving and stuff, and how welcome I was made feel by all of her family and everything like that. Again, that like compounds it when you came home to Ireland and seeing how my family were with you.
Yeah.
Like again, that just compounds that kind of feeling to be like, okay, this feels like it could be forever, but then when it's like real life interactions,
it's translating outside of just us. That's the thing too, is like we both connected so well online, obviously, and it brought us together in person. But I think we both, before we met in person, were kind of holding on to that, like, this, we could meet each other in person and both be like, this is not what we thought it was, you know? So we both were kind of holding that possibility in the backs of our heads to kind of protect ourselves. And I think once we really spent more time together in person, like after that first meeting, and really got to kind of know each other and found our flow together, like right around the time of your birthday last year, I think that's when we really started to be like, yeah, I could spend the rest of my life with you. Like I could do this forever.
Yeah, I agree. And I think like we'll touch on this in other questions, because I know there's another question in there that's kind of on this vein, but I think this year when I moved here permanently to like be together and actually go and try have that future together. Yeah. I think again, it's just like this compounding thing. Like the more time we spend together, the more we're with each other, the more we go through our everyday life together, the more I realize that like I'm more than grateful for this to be forever.
Yeah. It's that spell I cast on him. Yeah. After chaining him up in my basement.
So like the next question is who cooks better?
Oh, me. What? I'm a good cook. I just don't do it often.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. I will actually caveat this. I think I can cook more, a little bit more diverse, but what you can cook, I cook really well.
Like I'm really good at pastas, soups, sauces, like that sort of.
I was just about to say, Corinne's absolute specialty in the kitchen is a sauce. There's no recipe, there's no rhyme, no reason. It's just throwing random stuff in and then a little taste test and then adding a little bit more, and it's just purely on like intuition, but it always comes out unbelievable.
I just hate cooking meat. I was vegan for a really long time, and like all of my like late teen, early adult life, so I hate cooking raw meats.
Next question. What is the push that drives you both to love each other? I think we're both very aligned on what we both want in the future and want for each other in the future. And I think there's an element where like you need to be a little bit selfish and make yourself happy, because if I'm not happy, I can't make her happy, and vice versa. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I need to be willing to compromise or sacrifice little things that I want in order for her to succeed. I should always want her to succeed, and vice versa. Yeah. And I think we have that really well. She pushes me a lot to follow my dreams and to pursue my passions and to work hard, and vice versa. We tell each other that we're proud of each other all the time. Yeah. Like even small achievements.
I think that's a big thing too, is like what drives me a lot is the way that we show each other love and affection, even like on a small daily basis. But like you said, showing appreciation for each other, saying we're proud of each other, like small gestures of love and encouragement, I think is the biggest drive. It just shows that it's connection. Like it shows that we're there and we're with each other and we're a team. And
and we communicate really well. Like we actually haven't done it in a hot minute. Like we often lay down in bed before we go to sleep, and we sometimes ask each other, what was your favorite part of today? And
it can be a small thing. It can be like,
it can be something tiny, or it could be something like, I really enjoyed this activity that we done, because we don't do it very often. Or it could be something
like you gave me a hug in the kitchen while I was cooking, and that felt so good.
Or it could be like we ordered from that pizza place that we both like. You know, it could be something really small or something a little bit more drastic. Oh, this is an outfit one. How much do you usually spend on each outfit? Were you touching me for?
I didn't. I laughed into my mic. I'm a little bit of a shopaholic, so... But I don't shop, like, expensively.
No. See, we both shop very consciously.
Yes, like I'm very...
Why are you screaming, girl? There's a microphone.
But like I'm very conscious of like the things that I buy, and I'll think about them for a long time. But I definitely... Clothes are like one of the few things that I will almost always justify myself if I won't buy it impulsively, but if I'm like, oh, there's a suit and it's kind of expensive, but like I can't stop thinking about it and it's been 2 or 3 weeks and like I'm just gonna buy it. Like it's worth it at that point because I know I'll wear it.
Yeah, for me, it's very conscious buying in terms of like my wardrobe and my aesthetic has been kind of very curated over the last kind of 15 years, so it's very easy to shop.
Yes,
like
same, all new.
If it's casual stuff, it's like all polo t-shirts and or it's like classic white shirts, blue shirts, striped shirts. With tailoring, again, like I have all your basics. I have like a custom-made tuxedo, I have a custom-made navy suit, a custom-made grey suit. So then it's just like little sports coats here and there, or maybe like a linen jacket to add. It's more like adding little bits to the overall foundation that I've built for like years and years.
Yeah.
I'm also very lucky that like that's my job. It's what I do. It's what I do for a living. We both also thrift a lot.
I thrift a lot. Most of my closet is
most
thrifted.
of Corinne's wardrobe is thrifted. Mine a little bit less. Mine is more kind of items that are no longer available, like really old sweaters and cricket jumpers or old shirt styles that people just don't make anymore.
Yeah.
Versus me thrifting like suits because I don't need to. Like
I thrift, like, to be fair, the majority of my coordinated pieces are not thrifted. I'll thrift like one-off items, like a really cool oversized coat or, you know, like a shirt here and there, a pair of trousers. But I get really lucky because, I guess not lucky, I guess it is intentional, but all of my closet is like 50 shades of brown. Like it's all neutrals, and I'm really picky about the shades of brown and white and black that I wear. And so like naturally when I'm shopping, I only really gravitate towards those colors. So when I bring something home, like it's going to match everything else that I have.
Tell us about your car collection. We don't have one.
I miss my 4Runner.
Corinne had a 4Runner. That's her dream car. We'll get her a new one.
It was my first car, and it's such a good car.
And all she does every time anybody mentions cars is say the words,
I miss my
4Runner. Corinne drives a Subi.
I don't love my Subi. Not that Subis aren't good, but like they just...
For those who don't know, a Subi is a Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru. I'm a Toyota girl, and I'm a 4Runner girl, and I miss my 4Runner.
Yeah. And I'm currently going through the process of getting my American driving license.
Yes.
And I've already picked out what car I want, but you'll have to wait.
Yes.
I'll show that in a whole vlog when I get the car. In which country do you guys live? We live in America. What team do you support? We together support Manchester United. That's the team we support together.
I will say nothing.
Yeah. Corinne doesn't follow football at all.
know.
She has zero interest. She could not name you a single player on the team. But I support Manchester United. Corinne supports my love for Manchester United.
Yes.
How do you make a relationship last? How do you make a relationship last a long time? Just communication.
Yeah.
Just constantly checking in with your partner, checking in with yourself, making sure that you're the best version of yourself for the relationship to thrive.
I think the biggest thing is being willing to be vulnerable, communicating, and not, I don't know, this isn't like super relevant to us, but I think like a lot of people in relationships when things do get hard, get in the mindset of like, I need to be right. Or like they kind of lose that...
You can just fix it.
Not empathy, but like they lose perspective that like their partner is still someone they love and like has their own vision of things. I think it's important to like remember that, you know, your partner may experience things different than you, and you need to remember that they're a person that you love and they're a person you're choosing to walk through life with. And, you know, even when things get hard, if you're able to kind of be honest with each other and sometimes put your own, you know, feelings and experiences aside for a moment to see theirs, and if they can do the same for you and have that vulnerability with each other, I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, I think so. And like communication is key.
Yeah.
Like when things get hard, you need to be able to talk to each other about it.
Safety,
And
like you need to feel safe with each other.
Yeah, and like when you're talking about those things, it like as Corinne just mentioned there, like the safety aspect, you need to be able to anticipate and expect what sort of reaction bring up a difficult conversation may have.
Like connection, like that's something that I think we're really strong in, is kind of those smaller moments throughout the day. Like even if you're having a hard day or I'm having a weird day, of just like still connecting with each other, even if it's just, you know, like a passing shoulder squeeze or just some way to kind of reconnect and remind that the love is there and that you're together. And it's like, hey, like I'm just in a funk today, but like I'm still gonna give you a little bit of connection and a little bit of love, because like that's what we're here for.
And that's exactly where I was going with my comment, was like, yeah, communicating really well when things are hard. It's even more important to communicate. You need to be able to feel safe and anticipate what sort of reaction difficult conversations you're going to have. Everyone argues, no matter what, but it's how you argue. If you're screaming at each other, if you're calling each other names, if you're storming out of the house and all this sort of stuff, and you don't talk to each other for hours, that's not an argument. Like, it's not a healthy argument. You can have healthy arguments where you both sit down and you actually talk to each other and listen to each other, and then you come to a conclusion at the end of the argument, and there's no right or wrong.
You just need to come back and connect with each other.
It's you telling your perspective and listening to your partner's perspective. There's many times where we have an argument about something like trivial or not so trivial, but always at the end of it is we can say three things. Nobody called the other person names. Nobody yelled at each other. And we will always reconnect at the end. So every single time we have a tiff or an argument, or we like butt heads on something, it always ends in a hug and a kiss. And then we move on. And how old are you? I'm 34. I turned 34 like last 2 weeks ago. Last week. 5,000 years old. Yeah, Corinne's actually a vampire. It's her birthday in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I turned 26.
What inspired the tattoos? So if you're referring to the latest tattoos, which is a little bit of Hebrew on this top.
Can you say it? Do you want me to say it?
Le'alum. Fahad.
Vahed.
Close enough.
Le'olam vahed.
So it means forever.
It means forever and ever. And it's a very romantic saying in Hebrew. And
it's something that we've always said to each other. It was never just like, I love you. It was always, I love you forever. So that's why we have that. And then the other side is Corinne's lips. But more of a comment, please post a lot of the wedding pics and videos. Next month, when we get married, there will be a vlog, and there'll also be plenty of wedding photos.
You guys are getting the full experience.
Someone said, what was your first tattoo? What was yours?
My hip was my tree tattoo. So I have drawn all my tattoos. That's something about me.
There you go. My first tattoo was this nautical star on my wrist. Again, I have a full tattoo tour video.
Why'd you get it?
Honestly, I got my first tattoo when I was like 15. Bad decision. Don't ever do it. It's not that I regret it. It's just bad decisions to get tattoos when you're a child. Someone asked, Kenzo asked, how do you do what you do?
Do what? What do I do?
Well, Corinne's a nurse, so how she does that is go and get educated. You go to nursing school, which is very difficult, and then you graduate, and then you get a job, and then you do a very difficult job for not a lot of money. Me personally, I think nursing is like a vocation. It's like, I definitely would not be able to do that job, like not at all.
I love it.
The theory part of it, all the education part, like I can definitely learn that. I can retain all that information, but in practice, like coming and like wiping some old guy's ass, no, there's just no way.
Putting pokes in people, stuff like
there's
that.
There's just no way.
Strangers, in their most vulnerable moments like that.
But it's just some of the gross stuff, like the blood and the guts and the gory stuff. That's fine. It's like the shit and the piss and like. I
think that'll change when you're kids.
People, but it's different because it's your kid and you love them, and it's like it's your kid and But when it's just some random old person or like some random 20-something-year-old that's like puking on you, you're just like, that's disgusting. But this is what I mean. You're like, man, because it takes a very special person to be able to do that job, and I'm not that person, and she is. How I do what I do is, honestly, I don't know. I don't think anybody that has a large platform ever planned on having the large platform. It's something that just happens over time.
Yeah.
You just make something and you put it out there, and you do it repetitively and consistently. And if you're lucky, it takes off.
And you find a way to...
And you find a way to monetize it. Mm-hmm. And I'm very lucky, very, very lucky that that's what happened to me. Because I was creating all those videos and all the posts. I've been doing fashion content on the internet for...
super long.
Almost like, a decade. 2014, 2015
Sheesh.
was when I started making... properly making fashion content on the internet.
Teenager when I started, but yeah, it's been interesting to see how like consistent I've been, at least in my eye and my vision for it with editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, my style hasn't really changed all that much. It's just more refined.
I think that's the sauce for it though. It's just being consistent.
It's just consistent. It's just consistency.
Yeah.
Next question. You both look very well groomed, but who's the messiest out of the two?
I don't know. I think we're pretty equal.
I think we're pretty equal. Yeah. Corinne is very clean.
I was going to say, I'm a little more neurotic about like cleaning up sometimes, but...
No, but I think there's a difference here. I think Corinne is very, very clean. Like very clean. I'm also very clean.
Yes.
But I'm messier on an everyday basis on a small scale.
Yeah, like
because I film every day and I'm like there's be shoes there or there's an extra camera.
Yeah,
on the
like you'll
on the
leave
table.
A little clutter on the table or like a little trail. When you're,
or
like,
my desk where I'm like editing. My desk is like essentially like a real life manifestation of what my brain is. It's just chaos. There's 6 million different things all going on in this like 2x2 little thing.
But again, like it's easy to tidy up. Like I'm the same where like if I'm getting dressed and like I don't know, like I don't have a plan for what I'm wearing, I will leave like a trail of clothing throughout the apartment as I flip out about it.
I think with Corinne, the only way she gets really messy is if life outside of our little bubble gets really busy for her.
And then I
can't, if she's really social, if like her work schedule, or she has like lots of shoots or whatever it is, or you know, if your parents are in town or someone else.
It's pretty much just like if I'm rushing around all the time,
and she doesn't get a chance
to pick up after myself.
Yeah, she doesn't get a chance to clean up after herself. And then what happens is it just kind of like accumulates over like say 2 or 3 days of what that is.
But again, like it's like slight clutter. Like we're not messy. And like pretty much twice a week I go through and wipe every surface down and we vacuum and
twice a week we do that. Every day we'll
put away our
stuff, and then twice a week we'll kind of wipe everything
deep
down,
clean everything,
and then once a week we
like
really
clean.
get in and deep clean the whole place. Name each other's best quality. You go first.
This is so funny because I ask him all the time. I'm like, what do you love about me? Like, say nice things about me.
So talk about, like, if you talk about love languages, one of Corinne's love languages is words of affirmation. She loves the reassurance of being told that not only that you love her, why you love her.
Okay, so
go on.
Yeah, all right. I think your passion and your drive, I think your passion drives you, but your level of passion that you have for the things that like you want to do and you want to achieve is so admirable. Like I think I struggle with that a lot in myself, and like I see a lot, like the majority of people struggle with that, of being able to like find that drive and that like love for things that isn't temporary. But when you like really put your mind to something or set a goal for yourself, which you're incredible at doing, like you make it freaking happen. Like you dive full head in, you do all the research, like you really go into it with such like a love and a drive for what you're trying to achieve, and then you achieve it and it's incredible. And I think that's just such a rare and amazing quality to have.
Aww.
But I love you. But
you.
Also, like, just your, like...
She's going to make me cry.
It's always
You
the
can stop
goal.
now.
No, but also, like, just your softness sometimes. Like, I think a lot of people on the internet probably see you, like, giving people shit in the comments and, like, being fun and being funny or being serious in your videos. And I don't think a lot of them sometimes see, like... how loving you are, and not just like in a relationship. Like, you're very doting, you're very affectionate, you're very patient, which is, again, like a very rare quality, and it's an incredible quality to have in a partner. But you're not just that way with me, like you're that way with your friends too. And like the way that you talk about your friends, like both the ones that we have here, the ones that you've like known in the fashion world, like you talk about them with such an admiration and such like a clear like love for them and support for them and just who they are. Like, there's no judgment there. There's just like absolute, like, kind of unconditional, you know, admiration and affection and love, whether that's romantic, platonic, and it's so sweet. And I think that a lot of people kind of lose that in themselves, and they kind of forget that we can give that much love to the people around us. And I love seeing that in you, and like just kind of seeing how supportive you are of all of those around you and how much light you bring into their lives.
That was sweet. I think, yeah, like without kind of going off of like what you said, I love how much you love and support your friends and your family. You're super, super family orientated, and like when you bring someone into your fold, you would die for them.
Yeah. I'd do more than die for them.
Whatever the hell that means. I just love how your brain works. Like, I suppose the third quality is that, like, we laugh. You make me laugh every single day, multiple times. And I think that caveats to the second quality is, like, how much I just, like, love how your brain works. It just comes out with the most random shit all the time, and it's fucking hilarious, and I just love it so much.
I also just like laugh about it too.
It's just like so unapologetically. It's just like so unapologetically yourself, and you're just like, whatever. Like, if you don't like it, up tits. Like that she owns, or vice versa. So, what's my favorite piece of clothing
that I own? And
what's a piece of clothing that I own that's your favorite, and what's something that you own that's my favorite?
I don't really like this question, because we have so, like, at least I have so many clothes, but like also it's not necessarily about like one piece. Like, I like the way you style things, so it's like a piece standing alone isn't doing anything. It's how you put it together with the whole look and how you wear it on a day, and that changes like changes, like, you know, every time you put it on. And there are times where you put on an outfit with a jacket and I'm like, that's the coolest jacket I've ever seen you put on, and then you put it on again with another outfit and I'm like, oh, too much blue, I can't match you today, I don't like that one.
I can't match you today. That happens a lot.
It does happen a lot, but I think that like it depends daily. Like, there's no like specific piece where I'm like, that piece is cool, and every time you wear it, it looks the same and it's the same impact, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. And that's actually something to touch on, like, with both of our wardrobes. Is like, as Corinne said there, like, sometimes I'll style something, she'll be like, that's
incredible, that's
really cool.
Yeah.
And then another time I could wear it and she's just like, I can't match that, so change. But that goes to show, as we talked about before, building out the wardrobe, how versatile it is, that we can style
and mix and match
multiple things
differently every single
time.
Yeah.
It's not about having a lot of clothes, it's about having the right clothes.
Well, I have a lot of clothes.
Corinne has a lot of clothes. I mean, in fairness, I have a lot of clothes too.
You do.
I have
more than you.
Corinne has way more clothes than me.
I have a whole lot of clothes.
My favorite piece of yours,
I don't know.
I think I have a few. Again, it's very similar to like how you style certain things.
Okay.
You have that priority shirt that's really booby.
Oh, I love that shirt. I wear it so often.
Which I really like.
Me too. That's a valid answer.
the white dress you were wearing yesterday, I think, for dinner with Bailey, and you wore it in Colorado. The one that just got repaired.
Yeah, the one that I got on Etsy.
I really like that dress. And again, you style it a lot of different ways. Sometimes you'll add a belt, sometimes you'll add a scarf.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a dress on its own, but I really like that dress on you. And she has this really cute little dress for golf, and her bum looks like perfect in it.
What's up, dude?
I was gonna text you. It was just easier to call you. Oh, we're gonna stop at like Traders or something like that on the way.
Stuff, yeah.
So we'll just pick up some drinks.
Does that work?
And some snacks. Do you guys want anything in particular? Like any drinks or anything that you guys want, we can bring. As my ass was hitting the chair, Corinne's corn cheddar puffs fell out of her arm and directly under my ass, and popped them open. And they spilled everywhere, so I gotta pick them up. We're just around the corner from Dylan and Darla's, so sorry. So yeah, movie night. I'm very excited.
Yes.
You excited?
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
Doesn't even look real. Looks like Chewbacca. He's like a little tiny Chewbacca.
Come on, we eat your eggs. Everybody knows it.
This beat goes stupid. Stupid. Yeah. Stupid. Yeah.